So I repeat, something is on while the car is locked up. Door is locked. I wonder if this has got a bonnet switch on it. I don't think they do. It might do. Let me see, because I might have to lock these bonnets up because we have to simulate a closed car. So some Mercedes has got a bonnet switch. I think it has. I think this is my bonnet switch here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get something and plunge this down because we need to get these numbers to come down. So at the moment, it might still be showing me this number because the computer still sees an open bonnet, but I'm sure this going in here is my bonnet switch, and I think it only has one. So even though it's got two locks, it's only got one switch to verify the bonnet's closed. So let me get a little something just to do that. Show you guys while I go on. Please, find it messy, so I'm gonna keep the camera out of it. Like, yeah, you guys can look over there. Look over there. Okay. All right, what you're meant to be seeing. Let me lock this down properly. I hope it works, because here we go. Now we've got a lock bonnet. The movement has changed. The numbers have gone up because according to the body module or the SAM unit, there's been an interruption. So here you go. And again, maths. So it's going to cool itself back down now. And hopefully it comes back down to the 0.1 or the 0.2 that I need to see in it. So we're looking for 0, 0, 2. That's what we should be happy with, right? That's like 0.2 of a milliamp. Like it's not even an amp. It's not even a whole amp. You understand? A whole amp would be like 1 amp, but it's not. But at the moment, it takes a little minute because as you go upstairs and you do your remote control, boop, you go upstairs, your car is still putting itself to sleep. Everything is shutting down. Computers are turning off. So while you're upstairs drinking your coffees and you're doing your thing and the car is there like, yo, waiting for the next turn on. And if it turns off, if it doesn't turn off properly, so look, you got here, engine ECU, that could not shut down properly. You got your ABS here, that might not shut down. You got your, sometimes I've done a BMW, that's your throttle body, that's just outside. What about all the stuff inside? Obviously you got your SAM unit here, signal acquisition module in there. Sometimes on the C classes, this gets filled up with water as much as it's sealed. There's loads of things, but as I said, I'm hoping it not to be too deep. Yeah, so this is what it is. So it's like watching paint dry. So here I am, I'm cold. I'm like, okay, I haven't given them a video in a while. I've been just posting all kind of skullduggery and, you know, trying to get the unscripted podcast channel up and running. So yeah, this is what's going on. So yeah, stay with me and just watch paint dry. It's gonna take a minute, but see what we're left with in it. And the worst thing for a technician, I mean, it's good and it's bad. It's like sometimes customers are kind of there, depending on what you're doing. Some people don't really trust you with their car. But this gentleman, it's good. He just, mate, I got things to do, going upstairs. I love it. It's just like, but some people do want to know. That's why I make the videos and I'll just deploy the video to them. And then hopefully, you know what I mean? But it's all good. But yeah, so we're sitting at 0.2 amps. This is enough to kill your battery. If this don't shift, give it, I don't know, by tomorrow or maybe even the day after, this car is not starting. So if this sits like this for, I don't know, what? If this sits like this for about an hour, because I'm going to be here for a while. If this sits like this for about an hour, then yes, I've got to start pulling fuses and start looking around now because we've got to get the numbers down. And it will drop a little bit more in a minute. And it will drop, but depending on what, because it needs to drop down properly. Thinking about it, but there's computers inside of here. There's all kind of stuff going on in here that just needs to, you know what I mean? It could be the radio. Could. Loads of coulds, but we don't really do coulds out there. We actually go for accuracy. And that's what I'm going to give you with this job. I'll be honest with you, it looks harder than it is. It's not. You just have to want to do it. You have to want to do it. That's basically how I see it. Yeah, but anyway, here we are. All right, cool. I keep saying it cool. I'm dressed like military mode. So yeah, all right, we're gonna see what happens. So I'm gonna shut it down now for a bit, and then I'll document what else I got because you guys get bored easily. Yeah, you lot in here, you get bored easily. So me just wait it out, and I'll let you know how I got on. All right, coolio. I don't want to give you guys the long version, so I'm just going to start documenting it from here. Right, I want this thing to drop down to bloody zero. I really do, and I'm hoping it does it while I'm here with you guys talking now. But it's been at 0.7 for about 20 minutes. Then it was at 0.5. I'm going to show you what was doing it in a minute, and basically what needs to be replaced of a car this age. It's dropping. It's Mercedes though. This is what they do. They take a very long time to power down. Very, very long time. It's not something that you can, you know what I mean? But give or take, this should be right for this car not to drain. 0.2 would be better, but this should be, this is more than adequate. Remember where we was before? 0.3. This kind of stuff takes patience, it takes time, and it also takes what? Maths. There's a maths involved. All right, I'm going to show you what I pulled, what I found. This fuse goes into this SAM unit, which is a fuse box and a module. This guy is responsible for the long range of the central locking. My recommendation is this whole unit. You see this, all of this. It's not my first time of these things, thank God. The whole SAM is recommended that it's replaced, because that's where the issue is. The issue is within the SAM. So all I can do is basically pacify it and say, listen, we're going to kill that fuse. You can still lock the doors with central locking, but you do have to lock it up close. I'll show you guys what I mean. Still there, give or take. I know, nice and boring. I'm not all up in the engine doing nothing. But that is where it's at. It's winter, give or take. Yeah, but this is enough for this car to basically go sleep and not drain, basically. But I'd like it if it was a sitting at 0.2 or 0. So sometimes it's a bit of a waiting game. But at the moment, this is a good fix. So we have to then look for a SAM, buy a SAM. The car is a 2005. What we got? So that's what we at now, 2005. That's 20 years old, people. What do you think is going to happen after 20 years? 20 years. 20 years, yeah? All right, just understand that, innit? So we're sitting here for the moment. I'm going to put the fuse back in, the fuse in question. This guy here. I believe that it goes right in here. Okay, it's going to go up. There you go. Goes to 0.21. Where we want to be is 0.02. That's where we need to be. So I'm going to pull that guy out again. I'll show you who he belongs to. Yep, as usual, when I'm trying to do a recording, drops down. So we're nearly there. With the fuse out, we are here, but so the fuse is out, we are here, but we don't have no central locking now. Fuse is out. Shit. So now we're here, no central locking. I've had to kill the central locking. The only way the central locking works now is this infrared for now. Let's take a little minute. So this is something that needs to get addressed ASAP. There you go. So again, does take a little while because you've got to get the infrared onto the reader. It locks it. This is very poor what we're doing, but I want to let you know that's what it is. So it's going to come down in a bit. So right now, here we go. It's dropping down to 5. Eventually it will just drop itself down So I'm just letting you know the first thing that I want to change on this car is the alarm siren. We need to change that siren. Then we'll do this test again before we can actually fully conclude. Generally, when I do these cars, I just change the SAM. But the fact that, you know, normally we don't have no messages in the SAM that says there's any faults in there. So it could be the alarm siren that's actually draining your battery. So I'd rather change the siren and then we can take it from there. In the meantime, you're going to have to drive with that fuse out and have the inconveniencing of central locking, or pop it in and pop it out at your leisure. All right, it's going to be up to you. All right, but as I said, there you are now. So if you're left like this now with that fuse out, this car won't drain. All right, this is the car sleeping, but it's that fuse that's out. Alrighty, sir. So I'll leave you with that.